All right, so we're here today at the Cedar Street Community Center. Tommy Hogan with us, and as you can see, it's on Halloween. We're doing this interview. We're in the midst of the holiday season here, Halloween, and we're talking about Winter Wonderful in just a little bit. We got some great events here coming at the center. We just had a trunk or treat within the last few days, and we've got Winter Wonderful coming up. But the first question a lot of people are asking on social media is, where is the Cedar Street Community Center, and when did this kind of come about?
Yeah, great. Thanks for having me. We wanted to create a space where we could gather people together for the purpose of doing good here in the community. And so we were looking for space, my wife and I and a couple other folks, centrally located, that we could gather people together and have some fun and do some neat things. And so space can be limited when you want to hold bigger functions. And so we were just looking around, and then we connected with the Methodist Church here. We saw this great old building here on Cedar Street, just on the backside of Boyden Hall, right off the center of town. And we approached the folks next door at the Methodist Church and said, "What are you doing with this space?" And they didn't really have any plans for it. So we decided and asked them and if we could use the space. And so we leased this space exclusively, and we just want, as I mentioned, bring people together. So we have lots of different events that we are doing, hosting. We sponsor some of them, but then we also are connecting with other folks in town that have organizations or activities or things that they want to do, where we could let them use this space. And so we've had just this fall officially launched, and are excited about some of the upcoming events that we have here.
One thing I've noticed of somebody who works in events, things I've noticed right off the bat. First of all, you have parking that's appropriate for the guests. It's accessible. There's a great ramp there. It's beautiful inside here. You got a little stage. You got a little food bar over there. And so this is really nice, especially post-COVID, where some folks are looking for venues that may host smaller gatherings, not necessarily 200 people. This seems ideal, and as you said, right near the college campus.
Yeah, we wanted to make the space versatile with what it could do, so we can hold up to about 100 people in here, but then we can set up some tables. We actually had a wedding in here, a private wedding in here a couple weeks ago. They had about 50 or 60 people. It felt really full, and there was dancing and music, and so a diverse space that is flexible for doing different types of events, whether it's after-school programs for students. We're thinking about the need for activities on specifically, say, half days. I have a student in the middle school, and they all come downtown, as I'm sure we all know.
Sure.
And so rather than, in some ways, saying, no, too many, we really want to say, come here, hang out. Hopefully not more than 100 come, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, so private events, private rentals, use the space, but also really the heart behind it is to gather the public to come together for varying types of arts and music and crafts, and really, sky's the limit.
So again, we're here today doing this interview on Halloween. We've also noticed the temperature outside has cooled down a little bit. The 80 degrees is gone, and you got a pretty cool T-shirt on there. I see Jim Donnelly also has that same T-shirt on, and Marilee also has the same T-shirt on. So we're going to pull them into this interview here now, because it's amazing. And we're talking today about an event that we have coming up right here at this center, and it's going to raise some funds for a very cool celebration, Winter Wonderful, that you all remember happened last year at the Common. I heard a lot of great comments last year, folks driving through the town of Bridgewater, just the fact that it was brighter, it was more festive. During those darker months, everybody celebrates the holiday season, and we enjoy that, but then that time comes right after the holidays where, the Christmas is gone and people are starting to feel maybe a little sad. It's kind of dark, it's kind of gloomy, so we're going to try to change that.
That's what we're trying to do, Jeff. We did it last year, kind of on the spur of the moment, and with a lot of wonderful support from the community, which we're very grateful for. And we're trying to do it again this year. It's a little heavier lift this year, it feels like, but we're hoping that all the people who enjoyed it last year will remember how dark it was without it and how light it was with it. And we'll just want to kind of hold on to those whole months of December and January right into February to have some lighting down on the Common.
So, folks, I'm sure every June, by the end of June, sick of hearing me tell them about how we have to have money for the 4th of July and it's a volunteer effort and the town doesn't pay for it. And very similar, Winter Wonderful is a great event. Volunteers step forward, put it together. But again, it's all donations that support that event. The town, unfortunately, cannot pay for that. And so we have some fundraising events coming up. And if you've ever been to Music Alley or some of the very cool events here in town, I'm sure you've been serenaded by the mail bonding band. I know always there are traffic jams in the center of town because we can't fit the crowds that are coming out to see the band. And everybody knows the musical talents of Jack Faniff, etc. We have a lot of good music, a lot of good celebration coming. And it's coming up in just a couple of weeks. And Jim, I know you're going to play an integral role in that.
Yes, the event, we're calling it Let's Light the Lights, and it is Saturday night, November 11th, which is Veterans Day, starting at 7 o'clock in this wonderful space here. And just so I remember everybody, the male bonding band will be playing. Jack Faniff's going to be opening for us. Jim Polana from Rockland, who I believe played here back in the 70s when there was a coffee house going on here. Let's see, who else have we got? David Moore, the town historian, is going to do a short presentation on the history of the building and the area right here. Let's see, Andrew Lewis is going to be representing Music Alley, and I think I've got everybody here. So be a couple of hours. It'll be a variety show, so people should come out. There's a $10 donation. This is the fundraising part of it, and should be a very fine time.
So it's a great Saturday night, again, coming up November 11th. It's Veterans Day, so you can head out to the parade and the festivities earlier in the day, wrap up your Saturday down here at the community center. $10 donation. You're not going to find many ways to enjoy a Saturday night with entertainment for $10 these days. So that's a great draw. And again, your money going towards keeping the happiness going right on through the winter season. And for folks, maybe if they can't make the event or if they are looking for other ways to help, what's the best way to do that?
We have a QR code, which maybe you can
put on the screen.
Put up on the screen
Sure.
for us. And we also have a GoFundMe page. We can maybe get that one up.
Mm-hmm.
And if nothing else works, you can write a check and send it to Elliott's at 38 Clarence Ave, Bridgewater, MA 02324. And everything is tax deductible. You get a receipt back for it and a thank you, and you pay for the lights and you get to enjoy those.
And we should note too, it's the lights obviously are an awesome part of this, but it even goes beyond that. One thing I've noticed in the past year is that the common in general, all of the electrical has been improved. I can remember many years, not just during the winter, but Memorial Day, other events where the town has tried to celebrate and there wasn't any electricity available. All of that work was done courtesy of the Winter Wonderful event, the first event. So this really is the gift that keeps giving all year long.
That's right. The Bridgewater Improvement Association put those lights in somewhere around the turn of the century. That always sounds so impressive to say that, but I think it was. And they had gotten kind of filled with dirt and all of that sort of thing. So we spent quite a few $1,000s to get those all straightened up last year for Winter Wonderful and for any other events that happened down there on the common. So yeah.
Awesome. And what is the average cost to do this event? I guess that's an important question.
Yeah, it is. The average cost, without having to clean up all the electricity that we did last year, is about $25,000.
Wow.
So it's a hefty lift, and I think everybody was feeling like, well, it won't be as expensive this year because we bought the lights last year. But the real truth is the lights are up for over 2 months through all sorts of wind and weather and all of that. Bulbs burn out, bulbs get broken, and the company that puts them up does all the maintenance for them while they're up for that whole time and puts them up. And so the real expense is getting like 10 or 12 people from the company to come over and put those lights all the way up the trees, all the way up the library columns, make sure that all the lighting is really working and plugged in and coming back and fixing it. Last year, maybe people noticed right in front of Walgreens, the lights some nights wouldn't come on. I'd leave work and I'd notice they weren't on, and I'd go and I'd have to try to flip a switch to get it to work. There was some sort of little electrical thing, and they came over and fixed it until it got so that it responded correctly. So those are the sort of things that are really probably more expensive than the bulbs, is the labor and the expertise of putting them up and knowing how to do it, knowing how to make sure it's safe and going to last and endure. So
It is
about $25,000.
It is winter wonderful, although it does also include the holiday season. We'll have a lighting event hopefully coming up right on Thanksgiving weekend, so not too far away.
Yeah, that's right. If we have the money. Whatever money we have, we will decorate whatever we can afford to decorate. So we will do what we call flip the switch on, I think it's the 27th of November, whatever is the Sunday, the last Sunday in November. And everyone who's been donating gets their name put on a ticket, and we'll do a drawing to see who gets to flip the switch and turn the lights on. And we'll have a little band there. And last year we had people reading 30 words that they thought about winter. So we'll do something like that and have it be a little celebration. Last year it poured rain on us, and we still had a great time. So we are ordering no rain this year. I don't know. Nobody follows my commands. So.
Well, we had rain on the 4th, so hopefully this event will be dry. We'll trade off.
That's right. But we'll do it, rain or shine. But it won't be shining. It'll be dark.
That's right.
It won't be shining till the lights
Well, we'll
come
be
on.
shining with the lights. Yes, that's right. All right. And so that's a great event again coming up here, Cedar Street Community Center on November 11th. And stay tuned as well. I know Tommy will be sharing information on future events. If somebody wanted to use this facility for an event, what's the best way? Who should they contact?
They can reach out to me. I can give the email, tommy@reimaginecommunityinc.org. We would love to host an event or partner with you with for whatever you would like to do, and as the calendar permits, and really get this space filled up with some fun and people, and it would be great.
All right. And Jim, final word, any preview on the sunset here? You guys putting it together?
Well, we are, the band is, we're all doing short sets. So I keep saying with these variety shows, if you don't like what you hear, just wait for a few minutes and something else will come along. So pretty much all our singers will be singing. One of our guys, John McGovern, is down in Mexico right now. He's coming back special for this event, and so maybe he'll be doing something in Spanish. I'm not quite sure. So should be fun.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Again, everybody, November 11th down here at the Cedar Street Community Center. Come on down, celebrate, have some fun, and we wish everybody a winter wonderful.
Should we turn our backs on them one more?
That's right. How do we get the T-shirt, by the way?
Oh, how do you get the T-shirt?
Yeah.
These wonderful T-shirts. We'll be
Okay.
selling them at the event, or you can email me, Marilee, that's spelled MARILEE, at thehunts.org. That's Hunts with an S, HUNTS, thehunts.org, and tell me you want a shirt, and give me your name and address, and we'll get one to you.
Sounds like a
They
plan.
are. We were selling them for $25, but I had a very wise person say, sell them for $20 because everybody has a 20 in their wallet. They don't have a 25 in their wallet. So we're selling them for $20.
Very good point. All right. Well, best of luck on the event. Thanks for having us down.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
you.
Thanks, BTV.